Hello, hello, and welcome, my Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next in August 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, and younger brother to a Scorpio, so you can just imagine the hell I went through. Hi. Hey, my subscribers, thank you so much for the subscriptions following along. I hope you're all having a good time of this all, depending how you're envisioning whatever is going on here. Is it the apocalypse? Is it the Great Awakening? Yes, it's both. If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, all the things you're supposed to do when you like somebody on YouTube. Do you like me, Scorpio? Do you like me? Let's find out. It's not that kind of read, and I'm not that kind of boy. Usually. This is a general read, right? A what do I need read, a general read, a 7-card draw. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. 7-card draw means I'm pulling one card from 7 different divination systems to get different clues, tips, and hints for you in terms of what you need from this full moon in Aquarius on Monday, August 3rd. Now, it goes full at 11:59 a.m., which means a minute before high noon. High or not, it's still noon. The corn moon. When was the last time I had corn? So if you're looking to do your full moon stuff, you might want to do it. I mean, if you can do it early on a Monday, great. But otherwise, you might want to do that kind of stuff on Sunday. Just saying. And it's a 2-week period, a waning moon until the new moon on a Tuesday. No Duran Duran reference, shucks. August 18th, and that's happening at 10:42 p.m. So we're going to be in dark moon till really late on that Tuesday. So you might want to do your new moon stuff after 10:42 p.m. All times are Eastern Daylight Time, right? We're still in daylight time. Or the next day on Wednesday, just saying. If you're trying to hit that new moon, that full moon, new moon energy, they're odd hours for them to turn, but there you have it, astrology. What are you going to do? What do I need read, however, is going to the divine and asking them, well, what do I need, right? Takes a bit of humility to ask, so that's exactly what these are. It's like pulling a card for the day for guidance and grace, but we're looking at a specific period of time, a full moon to a new moon. So do remember it is general. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Follow your breath, focus your breath, stay in the present moment to the best that you can. I will do the same so I can get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can, and you can really feel what resonates. And what does that mean? People say, well, does it resonate? Do you feel it in your body is really what that means. It's not do I believe in it, do I want it to be true? It's how does it feel intuitively, which has a lot to do how it feels in your body. So just keep that in mind, right? Because sometimes it's just not your read. It's true. I know. That's why I check your other signs. Cool? All right, let's get up in this gig. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. I will explain them as I go. Let's do this. Breathe. Alrighty. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. I need one card in clarity for this Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign from this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo. What do they need? What is the dominant archetype in themselves, in someone else, or in a situation, maybe any combo or all of those things? That they need to alchemize from lead to gold. The soul power they need to develop from shadow to light, from toxic to healthy for their well-being, for the well-being of all this new moon to full moon to new moon next August 2020. Oh, okay. We got the creative family archetype of the scribe. Take notes, write stuff down, keep your receipts, right? The shadow attribute, which is the toxic, and this is pretty toxic, altering facts, not great, or plagiarizing others' work. Now, when you hear the word scribe, you think of like a pen, right? Writing it down. But now we have so many ways of recording information, right? Video, audio, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's going back and changing things or plagiarizing someone else's work. The light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Right? Back everything up to the cloud. You know, I don't know if that's necessarily a scribe thing, but it's a smart thing to do. Save your work, right? But know that that's going to be a part of this journey for you over this full moon to new moon next. And the thing about Scorpios, like I said, having an older brother, they don't forget much. But can they document it? You might want to start documenting some things when you start watching this, although if someone has the archetype, it's usually for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, like eau de toilette, cologne, perfume. It's 3 levels of power. So if this isn't you, know that somebody is taking notes and maybe changing those notes as we go. Let's keep going to find out what this is about. We are going to ask the angels, my angels and archangels, for what is the healing angel from the healing angel oracle from Doreen Virtue that you can call upon. Right now, what I like about this deck is it doesn't name them by name, it names them by function, right? So there's an angel assigned to you during this, but the call always has to come from the 3rd dimension, right? Angels don't intervene unless they are invited in. Sort of like vampires, but healthy, right? So, you know, you can say, oh my God, help me. That'll work. But to know which one to call upon, hopeful, breathe. My angels and archangels, please, one card in clarity for this Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs from this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo. What is the healing angel they most need to call upon, considering they're dealing with this scribe archetype within themselves, within someone else, or in a situation? Oh, the angel of blessings. Now, that sounds lovely, right? Oh, I'm going to call upon the angel of blessings to bless me and everything I see, whatever. But it's also really good to find the hidden blessing, or to find the blessing in something that was really traumatic in the past, something you're going through or are afraid of in the future. Because really, blessings and curses, they all kind of come out in the wash, right? They all kind of blend together because unity consciousness sort of negates the positive negative argument, right? So something that you might think of as a horrible curse could be a blessing, or maybe you're just not seeing the blessing in all of this and may need that. And really, what does it mean to bless? It means to impart divine energy. Think about it. What does it mean it's such a blessing? Well, something that adds positivity, that adds a higher vibration. And when you bless something, which blessing, I can't do it on. I have this thing when I teach this to people. A little hand gesture. Here, bless you. I'm trying to be very vague with it, but I think you get the idea. What's the difference? The intention, but the energy at the end of the day, right? Keep an eye on that. Call to the angel blessings. Not a bad idea in general anyway. But to keep going, we are going to work with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Get you a little piece of tarot narrative. A little hard to say. The voices of the goddesses, right? The divine feminine, the collective divine yin, half the universal energy, whatever you want to call it, to show you what you need to be aware of within yourself, within yourself, right? Well, in your Scorpio, right? There's a lot going on in there. Y'all are deep. Take a nice deep breath. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity for this Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. What is it that they need to be aware of within themselves this waning moon period, from this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Leo, August 2020? They need to be aware of. Oh, that was a little messy. Let's try that again. What is it that they need to be aware of? They need to be aware of. It's a decent card. I mean, I don't believe in positive and negative cards. Everything's neutral in tarot. It depends on the context. But you got the Six of Blades, and particularly in this deck, the Six of Blades, The Six of Swords, if you like, has no reversal. It is the same all the way around because this card, Fiona Morgan, who created the deck, calls it manipulation, but it's mental manipulation. And yes, people will immediately jump to the negative side of that, right? Manipulation. You're manipulating someone or being manipulated. But it's an air card, right? It's a card of the mind and thought. So this can be therapy. This can be looking at things differently, right? Kind of seeing things from different perspectives. So perhaps this is saying for you to look within yourself to, yes, what has been manipulated because of belief. We can absolutely believe things that aren't true. Have you noticed, right? Like, I don't know. Like, here's a silly one. This is one that I grew up hearing. Big boys don't cry. I'm 7, right? That's what I wanted to say. I didn't have the humor yet. I'm 7, right? But like that sort of thing. You have been mentally manipulated, maybe not just by one person who said it to you, but by a cultural norm of the time. Now, I think people still think that way, but we've become much more emotionally sensitive, right? Much more emotionally open. Technology has done that as much as it's created distance between us, which is a good thing right now, so to speak. It has also allowed people a little bit more flexibility with their own emotions. So if you're going through a time of introspection right now, you might want to write this stuff down. Maybe you're doing belief management, which is a form of, well, I don't want to say it's purely metaphysical. It has its roots in psychology to really look at what is it that you believe. Oh, The Work by Byron Katie. Like, that's what it's called. The Work by Byron, B-Y-R-O-N-K-A-T-I-E. It's a 4-question process. Is it true? Can I absolutely know it's true? What am I like when I think that thought? Who would I be if I never thought that thought, right? That kind of thing. And you might find, and you know, The Work by Byron Katie is very much a blessing in that you see things so differently and you're like, oh my God, that thing that I thought was the worst thing that ever happened to me was the best thing that ever could have happened, right? So there might be some spinning there, and that's why you kind of want to call on the angel of blessings. This feels very psychological. And the scribe, if that is the case, if this is purely psychological, you're a Scorpio, right? You're probably more insular, and through this time that we're going through, you might not be in contact with too many people face to face. You know what I'm talking about? So that scribe thing, preserving knowledge and information, might be of import in terms of what you discover within yourself. Moving on, we're going to use the Mythic Tarot to have a look at the Yang, right? The divine masculine. What's going on either in your own masculine energy, which is how you would communicate, right? Your creativity, taking from the inner to the outer, as well as what you need to be aware of perhaps in the outside world. From my gods, the divine masculine, the divine yang. Let's do this. Because I have 2 gods that sit in the throne of Scorpio. They tag team in and out. Hades and Poseidon. Because I got Scorpio. Oh, I've got a Neptune and Scorpio, as do most Generation Xers. That's why it was so much fun. Sort of. Breathe. Wearing their totems. The 2 of them. Oh, my gods, my gods, my gods, my gods, my gods. Please, 1 card in clarity. What's going on here? What does this Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sides need to be aware of, either within their own masculine energy, going from the yin to the yang, or what do they need to be aware of in the external world in relationship to the 6 of Blades manipulation in the internal world? From this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo. What have you got for them, my gods? Interesting. This is the 2nd time this card has come up, and I believe it came up in the Virgo readings. I'm a Virgo. I would remember that. It's the Leo card. Now, in this deck, as well as the Daughters of the Moon, they don't monkey around with that, oh, it's Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. No. This is the Leo card. Literally has a lion on it, a lioness actually. Feminine fire, fixed fire. We're looking at Leo. So in your outside world, absolutely, if this is about your own masculine energy, this is about writing stuff down with the scribe, or at least recording it in some way, taking something from the inside and communicating it, expressing it, bringing it from the inner to the outer. That's what masculine energy does. That's why the symbol of woman is the circle with the cross underneath, sort of that internal world, and the sign for masculine, well, we're talking about Venus and Mars, right, is the arrow, right, the circle. I got to do it backwards because the camera's that way, right? So it's projecting energy outwards, as well as this could be a fifth house energy that you are dealing with, but fifth house energies are usually nice. Creativity, good fortune, right? Pleasure, sort of like feline basking in the sun, you know, that kind of fun stuff. But yes, could absolutely, and you notice I do that, it could be a person, the very last. Because I think when you say that, oh, this is a person, then you're keeping your eye out for a Leo, right? And they might not know it's their sun sign. Everybody knows their sun sign. Not everybody knows their rising, their Venus, all of that kind of stuff. So maybe this is about a Leo person. All this stuff that's being stirred within you. But do keep that in mind. This could very much be, and it's going to be different for whoever's watching this, about your own creativity, right? About your own creativity and good fortune, taking something from the inner that might be very, very deep for you, that maybe you've never... and they're also saying, like, maybe it's through the creative function that you are able to manipulate and see things different within your own belief system, which is what creativity does, right? Once you see it on paper, like writing out your worst fears. Sometimes when you do that, you go, oh, right? Like once it's out, as long as it's kept in the shadow, it has power, right? Sometimes once it's out of the shadow, it still has power, but it's not as frightening. That's why embracing the shadow, a Scorpio thing, if ever there was one, do take time. It is a process, not a once and done, is it? Yeah. So let's go a little bit deeper. Let's, because these first four kind of lay the foundation. The next three will really be about how to heal this. And in terms of the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, the Voices of the Ascended Masters, I've consecrated this deck for. We're looking at 4 suits: problem, luck, healing, and grace. Let's see which one you need to be aware of, embrace, allow, and all that jazz. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity. For this Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, what is it that they need to be aware of? What is the piece of luck that they need to see around them? What is the problem they need to be aware of? What is the healing that they need to embrace, or the grace that they need to allow in for this waning moon, going from the full moon in Aquarius to the new moon in Leo, August, this one, 2020. Heartbreak. Sorry. The heartbreak card is very much that. This guy's got a trail of broken hearts behind them. And when we don't process the grief along with that, it turns into anxiety. Yeah, I learned that through a TED Talk, that anxiety is often grief that has not been processed. And who is taught how to grieve properly, right? That's something we're still learning. Yes, there have been grief support groups, but really, what is the alchemy from lead to gold there? It does feel like there's some stuff getting written down, a soul exploration, because when you repress that stuff, it does have power over you. This just feels like shadow work, whether this is a recent heartbreak. And remember, heartbreak's not always about romance, right? Loss of a job, loss of a family member, talk about grief, a heartbreak. Anything can break your heart. And do know that expectations are the seeds of heartbreak. Well, it's hard to not have expectations in this world, right? The ego always wants to anticipate what's going to happen next so it can protect and guard itself, but it doesn't have the depth, knowledge, and intuition of the soul so much. And it can take the intuition of the soul and twist it into a preparation agenda, right? Which is an expectation that can lead to heartbreak. So sorry for that, but I don't know anybody who doesn't deal with heartbreak. And Scorpios, you may feel it very deeply but never show it. So maybe this is a way of you to help process it without anybody else knowing about it. Yeah, like I said, I have a Scorpio brother. Do I ever? All right, last card down. Yeah, he's Matthew, I'm Mark. Thank God my parents divorced there would have been Luke and John. What if they were girls? Child abuse. This is my sister Luke and my sister John. That's okay. My mother divorced my father and married her divorce lawyer. That's why I call her Hera and him Zeus. My stepfather. The Olympians. Really, it was Carl Jung who took the Greek gods and turned them into gestalts of archetypes. Fascinating work. Gods in Every Man, Goddesses in Every Woman by Jean Shinoda Bolin, Harper, San Francisco. Brilliant. My mom got me Gods in Every Man when I was 19 years old, but she regrets that now. Breathe. Why not a little personal history for the Scorpios, right? You guys are worth it. We're going to use the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. Brilliant deck. Not a divination system, a healing tool, and a very, very good one. Again, consecrated to the voices of the Ascended Masters. And then what we're going to do is get you one last card. But it feels like with this heartbreak, let's get you that healing card now. Then we'll get you the voices of the higher self and end with that one. Usually I do the last two differently. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity for this Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the perfect healing mantra that they need this waning moon, from full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo, to help them heal that heartbreak? Interesting. I thought you were going to get Healing Heartbreak, which is one of these mantra cards. The mantra is My Heart Will Love Again, should you feel so inclined. But you got Activating the Third Eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, which is very much the Six of Blades. Sixes are number of balance, so if you're really thinking something that's not true, your energy field and your intuitive field almost has like an immune system, right? When you think something that's not really true, like for instance, if you believe something that someone has told you and they were deliberately lying to you, usually you know it in your energy field. Do you want to come up, kitten? Here, come on up. Oh, I didn't put the back piece there. Come on up. No, he just wants to head bunk the chair because he's a Taurus. He's very rammy, very, very bull-oriented. There he is. Hey, Milky. So do keep that in mind, that you, oftentimes we want to believe what people tell us out of the goodness of our own hearts, but big boys don't cry. Well, when you're 7 years old, you believe that because you don't know any better. So in terms of this heartbreak, if you're willing to see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, there's some real healing for you. And that's a brilliant mantra. And it is called Activating the Third Eye. And everybody loves the third eye, right? The third eye has the best press agent ever. The root chakra, oh no, that's poopy. Quite literally. Just as important, because what's the good of having the vision if you can't ground it? Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. As your third eye opens, you are able to notice how each moment is a catalyst for your ever-expanding soul, including moments, if only they were just moments, of heartbreak. You okay there, buddy? I thought we were going to have a hairball moment on video. Through your third eye, you will be able to more clearly see the lessons each moment offers. Helpful. Allowing every encounter to help you become an even more radiant expression of your highest potential. Seeing things differently, and yes, from the Ascended Masters, help me see things differently is a brilliant prayer for a miracle, and that's almost straight out of Course in Miracles, if not straight out of Course in Miracles. Remember that thing? Straight out of Salem, straight out of A Course in Miracles. This mantra is ideal for dissolving personal judgments, developing more patience, and tempering inner conflict. And really to see the blessing here. There's a blessing in here, but you're going to need help on that, my senses. And so call upon that healing angel. Last card down. I told you I usually do this one before the healing mantra, but literally my hand reached for that healing mantra deck first. The Voices of the Higher Self through the Whispers of Love Oracle. What is the piece of information, inspiration, or insight that you need most from your higher selves and the higher selves of all involved? Because if this is heartbreak involving somebody else, their higher self is in on this too. This was all scripted for your own growth and development as a soul, not the comfort and satiation of your ego. Sucks. But that's how the game is played down here. Breathe. Higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for this Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What is their whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, or insight that they need this waning moon from this full moon in Aquarius to new moon next in Leo. Is that the one? The top one there? Embrace your emotions. There you go. I mean, this heartbreak, the only way to really heal it is to feel it. But if you can, right, be willing to see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. BIC, like Bic lighters, Bic pens. That's how I remember that one. Then there's some real serious healing going on here. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. You actually have to go in and sort of address them. This doesn't mean overanalyze them, but remember, oh, right, this is witchcraft. Air condensed makes water. Thought condensed makes emotion. It's metaphor. It's not perfect metaphor, but it's there. So this really does make quite a bit of sense, and like I said, very therapeutic. But this might very well be about someone in particular that you feel broke your heart, where honestly, and you're not going to like this, but this is something my guide said to me a long time ago. They said, that person did not break your heart. You broke their heart. You broke your heart on them, like barking a coconut on a sharp rock. Yeah, we're complicit in our own heartbreak, and that's no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. That's not our fault. It's just how we learn, grow, and evolve, right? So let me put this together for you. The collective pantheons are talking about the scribe, something about writing down, preserving information. Don't falsify the information. I do feel like this is more about you, or maybe your heart was broken because somebody falsified information or plagiarized your work. It seems a bit of a stretch, but for some of you that might be true. And so the angels are talking about there is a blessing in this somehow. Call upon the angels of blessings. They will help you see that. And seeing that will change things in your interior world. That manipulation of seeing, oh my God, I thought this was the worst thing that could have happened, and it's the best thing that could have happened. Sometimes it's just location, 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 right? You need time and space to see things differently. Hence therapy, right? Counseling. The gods are then talking about, what is it's in this outside world. This could certainly be, again, about your creativity, your writing things down, that Leo creativity, good fortune, fifth house stuff, as well as this could be about a Leo person in your life that has what? Given you the problem of a heartbreak, but a problem that has a solution. And that solution is about healing through being willing to see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions as you what? Embrace your emotions. Not pushing down your feelings or judging your emotions. So there we have it. Let's give you a blessing here. May the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon to new moon next August 2020, that they may manipulate whatever is necessary within them to heal this heartbreak, activating their third eye, being willing to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions about this Leo, either personal expression or a Leo person in their life, as they develop the scribe soul power within themselves, finding the blessings through embracing their emotions for their well-being and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching my Scorpios. Waning moon reads are usually tricky. It's alchemy. It's turning lead to gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold, so something must be given up, burnt off, or transformed. It's tricky, but that's why I do these waning moons, because you tune yourself with the tides of the moon. You find yourself with more emotional flow and more emotional freedom. And remember, emotional freedom doesn't mean you're free from negative emotions, no such thing, right? From emotions that are uncomfortable or painful. It's not that you're free from them, but you're free. You have the freedom to experience the entire spectrum of emotions in a more healthy way. and for your growth and well-being. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a rough one, but please do consider, if it clicks, liking the video, subscribing to my channel, which I have other content than this one reading, right? Hit that notification bell if you feel so called, and please comment in the comment section below if this did make sense to you. It does help other people see the work. Cool. Thank you so much for your time. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed, really, from my heart to yours. I'm your Virgo brother. My Scorpios hang in there. And hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.